When it comes to technology in adolescence, we see a huge impact on both pre-puberty and post-puberty. Close to 90% of adolescents, specifically in the United States, have access to mobile phones, and they're using them as often enough to send 60 text messages a day. And then over 90% as well are using it to also send anything over the internet because they have access to the internet that frequently. With that, adolescents are now well connected through not only their peers almost on a 24/7 basis, but people throughout the entire world, being other pre-adolescents or even other adults, leading to a lot of more mental strain and or mental development rather rapidly, even before they even start the physical sense of puberty. As such, sometimes the brain is developing faster than what the body is ready for, given that when puberty starts, then there's a huge disconnect as some people already feel like they are adults mentally, but their bodies aren't there. So they're expecting to be treated like adults, but they aren't ready to be adults physically. With that being said, technology can also help that development, though, given that there could be tools that they can use to research what's going on with them physically, though that may be a problem with parents, as some parents don't want students to be looking up that kind of things, as it leads down to rabbit holes that most parents aren't comfortable with their students or children having access to. But there are plenty of health applications that are used in a more safer work way that gives students and children those answers that they need in a way that would help give them that understanding, but in a, like a stated, safer work manner. A good example of a specific application could be the health app that's on every iPhone. It could be used to monitor sleep, physical activity, and monitor the changes that are happening with the body. So mind you, that doesn't seem like it would work with pre-adolescence and going through puberty, because why would that matter? Well, they can see the changes that are happening to them almost on a daily basis, and they can learn that, hey, my body is changing, as well as their mind, given that they would be feeling that mental change as well. Now, when it comes to the classroom, should be a teacher's goal to make sure that technology and access to the internet specifically is safe, ethical, and responsible. So one way teachers can handle that is by monitoring what their students are using in the classroom. Sadly, we can't be there in the student's home, but we can at least make sure that they're doing things that are safe in the classroom, making sure they're not sending inappropriate things through text messages or the various amounts of social media sites that exist and continually to pop up. So that's one way teachers can do that, but they as well can introduce websites and applications that still get that fix that a lot of younger people need into the classroom and say, hey, instead of maybe using Twitter, use this or use that. There's plenty of different applications to go that could be used as a sort of coping mechanism from losing access to the more trending but more dangerous sites. One of them that I personally like that teachers can use is something called Discord. Now, Discord is a rather popular application. It usually was meant for just gaming people, but now it's spread throughout multiple different types of communities, including schools make Discord communities now. So it already has the tools that can be used by teachers and other school faculty to monitor what their students are doing through the app and what they're saying to each other on it. There as well, you can have polls, you can upload documentation that you need for the classroom. So it can be used rather easily through a classroom, kind of like how Grand Canyon University has its Halo learning system. It's essentially like that, but with more tools that can be used, and it's also a actual physical application that can be downloaded on any computer for free. There is a paid subscription service, but it's not really necessary unless you're uploading large documents. Now, that's why it could be used in a class. However, if it would be, I would give teachers the warning of, if you're going to use it like that, make sure to actually email documentation to your students rather than trying to upload it through Discord, because you'll have to start paying for subscription depending on how big the file size can be. Back to the topic of being safe, though, like I stated, Discord has plenty of moderation features that would allow teachers and other school faculty to make sure that students aren't doing anything inappropriate. Now, given that everyone would have access to the Discord group 24/7, that would require 24/7 moderation. But given that most students aren't going to be up in the middle of the night posting inappropriate things, I think there would be some safe net, as well as there could be the application of artificial intelligence, or how Discord puts it, bots, to make sure some things aren't stated and are uploaded, given that it could kind of automatically scan something before it's viewed by anyone else. As well as the bots will give a chat log of who uploads it. If it is inappropriate, and it will delete it. That way you can go to that specific student and say, hey, don't do that. That's inappropriate, and you can give them a talking to. Or you can just explain like that wasn't cool, especially since it's an environment for everybody. There is a problem though with Discord that it does have access to private messaging. However, if there is an issue between two students, the student who has the problem could easily bring their Discord account to their professor and or the school's IT department and pull the chat log. Because even if for instance, the accused is trying to hide the evidence of what they've been doing, it could be easily pulled from Discord's logs. Because if it's deleted on one end, it doesn't matter. Discord keeps a record of it. That's why I prefer Discord versus using other applications, because one, it's very simple to use, and two, there's a lot of moderation tools there that can be used. Other than that, this has been Joshua Cobb. Have a great day. Bye.